Hi everyone. So if you've watched the last few videos, I've talked about this concept of staying in your struggle. So this is bouncing off of that video, which is linked here, and then the next one, which is connected to Virgo and manifesting through Virgo, which is molding earth. So with these concepts, now I want to bring you my theory on forgiveness, because you can find that there are various things on the internet that will describe what forgiveness is spiritually and logically. So I wanted to put my spin on forgiveness based off of everything that I've said here. So if you are dealing with forgiveness, here's how it goes. Since we do astrology here, we understand that the astrological wheel in the birth chart is made up of a cross. It's made up of 4 corners. Now, you know that I do etymology and speak on words phonetically. So when you look at the word forgiveness, the first part of the word is for. So this is going to speak on how, when you look at your birth chart, how it's actually like, these are secrets of the Ennead. I'm going to speak more on that later, but the birth chart is basically a halo over your head, okay? Just like any other symbology of what a halo would be, you could see the birth chart as that as well. Being with that, seeing it as the God or the mentality here, where it is that you have 4 corners in the birth chart are the axis of the birth chart, which we know as the rising, the IC, right, which covers the 4th house cusp, the 7th house cusp, which would be your natural Libra energy, which is your relationships, and then the top, which is the midheaven, okay? So a lot of people like to see this astrology in a very linear way, but we can actually use it in various ways to kind of interpret things. So forgiveness is about gifting the 4 corners. Now I want to introduce the concept of excuses, okay? So excuses are actually Xing a curse, okay? So when you look at the word X, it is actually negating something. And when you understand what a curse is, you'll understand that it's also phonetically a course, right? A course of action, a course of trajectory, projection, and profession. So this is why people will pin like curses to witches, but anybody can do a curse because it's all about how you project things to be. So when you use the word excuse, you're Xing the projection, right? So going back to the 4 corners of the mind, or the 4 corners of your birth chart, you would want to gift an excuse to the 4 corners of your birth chart, starting with the first one. That would be yourself. Okay, and so you want to gift an excuse for yourself based off of whatever the situation was that you were not forgiving yourself for. You want to now forgive yourself with that excuse. So I'm going to show you how I do that right here. Okay, now the next part would be the where you come from energy, which is the IC, the 4th house cusp, connected to home, right? And so this is forgiving your past in general, but it can also be maybe forgiving the maternal feminine aspect of you, right? Or the mother, or anything that is maternal like to you, feminine in your energy field, okay? And then the 7th house is going to be forgiving the opposition, whatever appears to be the enemy or the trigger, the thing that is bothering you. This actually creates a natural lifting off of the power that it holds over you, but also in a way in which you don't have to abide by any false identities, so you don't have to abide by, I'm just really prideful and they're not as great as me, which is fine that you can use that at times, but forgiveness allows for you to bypass all of that and get straight to the heart frequency for others and your enemy, which is the 7th house. Okay, and then lastly is the 10th house cusp, the midheaven, and forgiving the parts of you that would be connected to fathers, or the parts of you that are connected to just how you produce and put things out there, right? So maybe there is an action that you took, just an action that you're taking or have taken that, kind of you need to give forgiveness for. So you don't have to do all four corners, but I wanted to put an astrological spin on forgiveness, being that we're talking about all of these things of manifestation and staying in your struggle. And this is one of the aspects of the struggle that we can actually pull ourselves out of through this way. So I hope that you guys were able to receive something from that. If you did, I'll see you in the next video.